Our special guest is a former Suns and Dockers midfield star.
A mature-age rookie, Michael Barlow's debut was worth the wait. 33 disposals and 2 goals in round 1, 2010. He became one of the most resilient players the game has ever seen. 2 badly broken legs, a serious shoulder injury, a grand final loss, a broken jaw that led to paralysis of his face, and delisted twice. The former Docker and Sun has been through it all, and almost always with a smile. Tonight, the popular midfielder reveals just how tough things got.
Michael Barlow joins us now. It's been a really tough year for you, so thank you for coming in. Where is your playing future at the moment? Are you hopeful of playing on? Are you contemplating retirement? Where are you at?
Yeah, very hopeful that there might be an opportunity out there. So I, in my heart of hearts, know that I've got a fair bit of AFL football left in me, and didn't kind of get much opportunity this year, and kind of feel really fresh physically and mentally for the AFL opportunity. So yeah, I do, but at the same time, you've got to prepare that might not occur.
You talk about this year. How frustrating was it for you, and how challenging was it for you?
Yeah, it was really difficult. Like, it was, there were moments throughout the year that, yeah, you felt probably that there was no way into the team, or but and sometimes, you know, going to the club was difficult, getting out of bed and burrowing up for work. So, but at the end of the day, I'm really proud of how I kind of got through the year. I had a few injuries which didn't help, and then couldn't get into the team for some time. Eventually got in, so I was really, as I said, proud that at least I butted up and saw it out to the end.
Did you feel pushed aside by Stuart Dew? And on that, when he came out publicly and said we need mature age bodies, we need leadership out there, and still wasn't picking you, from the outside it sounded interesting. How did it feel in your shoes?
Yeah, that was really frustrating. It was because I've had a body of work, I feel, for a long time that you know, I compete. I've been a competitor, and that's kind of been my point of difference for a long time. And to watch our team not go so well and kind of scream out for you know, experienced players to help those younger players was frustrating, definitely. And you try and take, at times, I try to take the emotion out of it and try to distance myself probably from the group and the emotion of how the team was going, because it probably wasn't going my way. But I find that hard, because when I'm invested, and yeah, so that was kind of the year.
And I guess in the NEFO, it's not like you were struggling. I mean, there were times where you're racking up 50 disposals. So what were the communication lines like then?
I probably felt that they weren't as probably strong as they probably come out and said they were. With, you know, there was some clarity, I think, around. I got to the side in round 6, and I felt like I was probably just treated a little bit differently to other players in terms of opportunity given on the back of form and performance. You know,
why do you think you were treated differently? Because of your age, or? Yeah,
I think so. I think there was 3 of us that were probably towards the back end of the career, Rosa, Rich Kelly, myself, and I probably, without speculating too much, felt that they probably weren't going to have us all 3 in there at once, and probably a bit of a strategic plan to get some games into the younger players along the way, which happens at AFL level. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed, kind of on merit. I felt like there was a spot there for me at times.
So you felt like a line had been drawn through your name, essentially?
Yeah, I did. And that, I don't say that to, you know, for people to feel sorry for me. I would just loved being picked on merit, and I just wanted to help, and I saw opportunities to help, and a position there for me in the team to be able to go out and perform and fulfil my role. And also, I suppose, you know, the question was asked, do I feel like I've got AFL football left in me? And that's so clear to me that I do. And there's parts of me that feel like that was probably, you know, an audition was taken away. I got the last 2 games in the year, which I was proud to get, and thought I played quite well. And
this is the last one against Geelong, and played quite well. You were the leading disposal getter on the ground for your team, even though you were soundly beaten, but 35 disposals. Did you know, Michael, going into this one, that this would be your last game for the Suns and maybe your last AFL game?
Yeah, I knew certainly it'd be my last one for the Suns. I walked off knowing that I think, you know, of the 22 that I was the one that was going to go, that it was all over, and I was pretty emotional in the rooms. I had some really strong, you know, a few people that were in my corner for the year. Matt Primus was great. Sam Cohen, who was our welfare guy, and they kind of sensed the moment. Jared Lyons was another one that sensed the moment that I was struggling a bit in the rooms afterwards, because despite what I was going to put out that day, it was, you know, I was adamant that, and fully aware from pretty much the pre-season that, you know, my back was against the wall for an opportunity going forward at the Suns.
So how did you find the exit meeting then with Stuart Dew? Take us inside. How did that go?
Yeah, they're challenging because you prepare for it, and as I said, you know what's coming. Like, I knew what was coming, that there wouldn't be an opportunity, but it does kind of all just hit you when you're told.
So you walk in. What happens from there?
You walk in. Well, I've had two, so I've had two experiences of it. So my first one was only three: Ross Lyon, Chris Bond, and myself. And on reflection, I probably really appreciate how they went about it. They kind of asked me how I felt, and, you know, asked for feedback, and had some pretty challenging conversations. And on the contrary, I suppose went to the Suns one, and there was about 8 people in the room, and yeah, there wasn't much. There was just, you know, clearly, you know, we're not going to go with you. We're going to go in a different direction, and that was pretty much the end of it. I would have liked some opportunity to give some feedback, but from my point of view, on reflection with that I was pretty emotionally drawn out with the club, and probably it was not worth me kind of spending much more emotional time on, you know, because there's nothing to be gained. So I just walked out.
You spoke about what you went through. This year you've had some horrible injuries, but this year you had one of your worst, and you're still suffering from the side effects of that. Talk us through the broken jaw and what happened.
Yeah, so I broke my jaw about midway through the year in the kneeful, and so I got kicked under the jaw. Kind of knew I'd done some damage. Played out the game, so I got a nice scarring behind the ear from the surgery. So I thought, no way, there'd be a nice quick fix, and you go get the surgery fixed. I'd broken a jaw before and come back after a week, so that was my plan, in and out. And I came out of the surgery and I couldn't blink my eye, so if I looked down the camera, where's the camera? Which one? Can't close my eye over fully and lift my eyebrow. It's still you know, some lingering effects with like a nerve.
So on
nerve
this
damage.
side of your face,
my right
yeah?
side, yeah. So that was a really tough period for me. That 6 to 8 week period where I thought I'd miss a week, and I was always just keen to get back and contribute and get back in the team to help the team. But also there's an element where you want to do it for yourself at times and your family. And yeah, for 6 to 8 weeks I could not literally close my right eye, and so I'd have to tape it down for bed, which I've only kind of just stopped having to do. So it closes over, and yeah, I had moments where I wouldn't get medical clearance to play until I could force it down, pretty much. And
yeah, you're able to run and train and do everything else.
And
It's
You
just
can't blink.
it's just your eye.
And that was the you know, you sit there as a professional athlete wanting to play for as long as you can and feeling like you can, and I was like, this time it's not my legs or my shoulders, or it's my eye, my face. Like, I can't. And eventually Barry Rigby, the doctor, gave me clearance to play.
How tough was it though in those weeks? Because we spoke yesterday in the build up to you coming in here, and you were saying it was hard to get out of bed some days during that.
Yep. That might have been a combination of things. I probably had times over there on the Gold Coast this year where I was a bit isolated, you know, injury and form, and again that emotional investment in a club that you know, I'm the kind of person who'll invest and do it and try and uphold my end of the bargain. Felt like I was doing that really strongly. And there's some moments where you're like, what's the point of going in today? Especially when you're kind of got a facial injury that is just very unique. And it was the first week. It was the conversation around it was hard because you have to explain yourself to everyone, and it was nearly comical because people would be like, "Can you blink your eye yet?" And I'm like, "I can't." But there'd be laughter and odd humour about it as well. But in the back of my mind, it's like, this is quite serious, and this is something that I'm told by the surgeon it'll go away, you know, fully in time. But
you're sitting there going, is it worth it?
Yeah, there's moments where you're like, I remember sitting there. Actually, I broke the jaw during that game. I was playing reserves, and again, the team wasn't going very well that day, and I was like, "What's the point?" And that's the first time I reckon I've ever had a moment where, what am I going to get out of this for myself?
So it sounds like your relationship with Ross Lyon from your time at Fremantle was really quite strong and quite a good, healthy relationship. What was your relationship like with Stuart Dew?
Yeah, like Dewey and I probably had we had a good professional relationship, I felt. But yeah, we probably didn't have a great, much personable time together or anything, which you don't really expect from coaching to player. But I probably felt early, from his point of view and the match committee's point of view, that there was restrictions on what I could achieve and what I was going to be able to put out. So I was a bit frustrated by that. I think I've heard a couple of times he said that they were quite clear and concise with the direction they were going, and we did have some conversations where it was, okay, these players are ahead of you, which I fully understand and accept, but I just at times felt I need to be out there because I can help, and it just never really got to that until the end.
So you have